Megan might need to mute. Yep, there.
All right, we are recording. Awesome. So ladies, thank you for jumping on tonight. And we are so excited. We're talking back and forth trying to coordinate times to get everybody on and just really launch your businesses and get you either started on your coaching journey, or I don't know where everybody is with this, or just like thinking about the steps to get started. So like I said, we have a slideshow, but before we do that, I love to just do quick introductions so we actually know who's on this call. We're not all just random heads on a Zoom. So I'll just start us off really quick. And I'm Cassie. I've been a coach for 6 years, and I'm from Iowa originally, and I live in Minnesota now with my husband and our 18-month-old, well, in 2 days, 18-month-old. Yeah, I'm a former elementary art teacher, and I left teaching 3 years ago, I want to say, something like that, 3.5 years ago, to be a coach exclusively. And I had no intention of being here as a full-time coach when I started. I just loved helping people. I'm a former group fitness instructor, and that was just like a huge passion in my life, as well as something that changed my life that I wanted to pay forward. And I fell head over heels. As you guys know, Beachbody is amazing. Our community is amazing. Yeah, and I was just like, this is so good. I want to do it full time and make it my career. So that's me in a nutshell.
And I can go next. I'm Lauren. I have been a coach for a little over 3 years now. I still work a full-time job, so you can do this on the side of your full-time job. I have recently decided that I want to leave my full-time job. So now that is a goal of mine, but goals will change along the way. Like some people love their full-time jobs, don't ever want to leave them. They just use this for supplemental income or to pay for their products, or everyone's journey is different. So you can put as little or as much into the business as you want. And over the years, your goals might change, and that's totally fine. So for me, I initially got started coaching because I've always had a full-time job since college, but I've never loved my full-time job. So coaching was that positive outlet for me. I work in HR, which isn't always super exciting. So coaching is that positive outlet for me to do something that I actually enjoy and gives me that balance and fulfillment of being able to help other people and do something in health and fitness. I probably about 10 years ago suffered from a really bad depression, and fitness is what got me out of that. Initially through running, I signed up for a half marathon, and now I run full marathons. But having that focus on fitness and something for myself to do something good for me is what got me out of that state of mind that I was in. And so I want to be able to pay that forward to other people and help them know that if they're going through a rough time, how much this can change and save their lives. And now on the business side too, if people feel like they aren't worthy of success or struggle in their full-time job, my full-time job now keeps telling me that they won't give me a raise. So I'm like, I don't feel appreciated. And I know that through coaching in this company, they do really value you, and they tell you to put yourself first, which we'll go through when we get into the slides. But it's just a completely different atmosphere, which I have absolutely fallen in love with and want other people to experience that too. So that's me. Who's Jennifer? Do you want to go next real quick? You're on the top of my screen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm from Northeast PA. I actually have been doing Beachbody for a while now, and I've been in many of Warren's groups. And I didn't really have the mindset that I wanted to be a coach until like this whole pandemic started, and I really focused and got my mindset on my nutrition and my workouts. I mean, I always work out, but it's just the nutrition wasn't there. So I finally figured it out. And now I feel like I just want to help other people in their health and fitness journeys. And not only to look good, but just to like the longevity of life, to, you know, live longer life and happy, healthy lives.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this year has taught a lot of us that and how important it is. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks. Megan, do you want to go next?
There we go. Can everybody hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. I'm Megan. I'm from Maryland. That's Dylan. Say hi, Dylan. He likes to be where I am at all times. So I've been doing this now, not quite a week yet. Thank you, Lauren. So I'm kind of still very new, still trying to work on inviting people and reaching out to everyone. I currently am in the restaurant business, so that's my full-time job. But I've always loved running. And currently I'm trying to get more into working out, doing home videos. So that kind of offsets the running a little bit. Somebody likes to help me work out. Yay. Where am I going with that? So yeah, so I've always wanted to do something actually with either coaching or helping people or something in the fitness business. So I feel like this is kind of a good way to start out. So thank you, Lauren.
We're excited to have you.
Yay.
And Mariah?
Hey, so yeah, let's see, I have a 16-month-old today. I was a former teacher just last year, so this year we decided to have me stay at home with him, and I absolutely love it and adore it. And I've always been into fitness and nutrition. I've taught tumbling, I've taught dance, I've been in CrossFit, I've been a CrossFit coach, just kind of the whole bit. And I've always wanted to be just like a nutrition coach. I have a blog and all that good stuff. And then just thought, what the heck, let's try it and see what happens. So here we go. And I ran a marathon too, a long time ago. Yeah, don't be clapping because I ran the marathon and it was like the slowest marathon in this whole world. And that's the last time I've ever ran like longer than 2 miles. Not a marathon runner anymore, but anyway, so.
But you did it.
I did it, yes. And that's basically the reason why my friend actually, she was the one that got me into it. And she was like, just do it with me, just do it with me. We'll train together. I'm like, all right, all right, all right. And then basically after it, we both just said, now we can say we ran a marathon, but no more.
I love that you said that you're just gonna like see what happens with this, give it a shot. I feel like that's how a lot of coaches start out, is they're like, well, what I'm doing right now isn't changing my life in any way, so why not try this and see where it can take me. So you are on the same boat as a lot of coaches.
I love it. Thanks, ladies, for sharing. It's always fun to hear kind of our background and stories and how we got here. So, and now you know 2 other coaches that are new on our team, so you can always turn to those people, message them, say hi, whatever, you know who newer coaches are. All right, so I'm going to pop that slideshow open here. You guys see that? Oh, too many things open. I mean, if I can do coaching and be successful, you guys can do it. I can't even open a PDF. All right. Okay. Got that. You guys can see that. Sweet. Okay. So first of all, welcome. We're so, like I said, really excited that you guys are here, and we just want to make sure that you have a good start. And just to kind of kick things off, we want you to know that we're excited and we want you to be excited, but I know that there's sometimes nerves, there's maybe a little bit of that unknown, a little bit of fear, because this is something you haven't done before. And anything that you do that's brand new can, you know, cause that kind of anxiety or fear. And it's okay. And we're here to support you, to mentor you, and be with you every step of the way. Of course, we have our incredible team. We have amazing leaders who have crazy success on our team, like our mentor, Christy, who's hit the highest rank in our company and, you know, achieved tons and tons in her career over 9 years. And we've been one of the top teams for what, 9 years now, Lauren, in our company. So, and that's like one of I don't even know, like 10 teams that have done that in our company, like consecutive 9 years. So anyway, my point is you have incredible mentors on this team, lots and lots of resources and people to turn to if you have questions. So we just want you to remember to dream big and not get too caught up on like the day to day and the training and all that, because there'll always be training. There's always training videos. There's always extra things you can do. But our mission as coaches is to help people. And if we're sitting and training and going over resources and all that, we're probably not helping people. Our energy should be going to sharing our journey and communicating with new people, inviting new people to join, and of course, helping those clients and coaches that are with us currently. So that's where your energy should be. And I get so excited talking to brand new coaches because I just posted on my Instagram stories, because I think back, I started in December 2014, and like I remember being, I don't want to baby coach, I don't know what else to call it, like being a baby coach and all that like nervous energy, but I'm so excited to have an impact and get started. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I like am so excited to do it. And so I love that because I relate it to like the first day of school as a teacher, like, you know, whether you're a brand new teacher or you're a brand new student, it's just that really cool energy. So wrangle that energy and use it, because people feel that and they'll get excited because you're excited. So don't feel like you have to know anything. So with that, I'll just kick us off here and take it one day at a time. Just plan intentional time and set boundaries, because it's so easy. I know for me, I love what we do. I literally could work, and I have in the past before we had a kiddo, like 10 to 12 hours a day, because I love what we do. And I know that there's tons of people out there that need our help. So set those boundaries, set those work time hours where you want to show up for your business, you want to show up for your health. And when you're not doing that, be with your family, go do the things that you normally would do, you know, your job or your, you know, your free time or your family time, whatever. So set those boundaries early. And we talked about this before, but focus on your own health and mind. Really, it's so simple. Just work on that, share it on social media with people around you, and add value to people's lives. Like that's really our primary job. And then invite others to join you. So, and then lastly, just remember, like anything new, you're not going to know it all. You're not going to be able to do it all right away. And you definitely won't be perfect at first, or probably ever, which is fine. I'm definitely not perfect. So yeah. And your best teacher is just showing up and taking action. We'll have lots of action steps that you can do as a brand new coach, and just keep it simple. And if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, just take a step back, remember why you started, and remember, like, you're one person, you could only accomplish so much in a day, right? And I hate the saying Rome wasn't built in a day, but like it's so true. Like I didn't get 6 years down the road and leave my job by, you know, doing something overnight. It was a compound of showing up every day, taking consistent action, working on myself, and, you know, pouring into others. So yeah, I will throw it to Lauren to do our first slide here.
So kind of going off of that, always bringing yourself back to why you're here. Why did you say yes to coaching? Really digging into these things. And like I mentioned, these things might change over time, but always making that the core focus of what you're doing. To help, like it could be to help people. It could be to get out of a financial situation you may be in and you don't have another resolution. It could be to find something that you're passionate about, that you feel fulfillment every day when you go to sleep at night, that you made a difference, that you changed someone's life. And then thinking 6 months down the road, where do you want to be? And I take it even farther, 5 years down the road, where do you want to be? I know for me, if I didn't start coaching, I'd be in the same exact spot that I was 5 years ago. But really letting yourself dream and have that, it says that vision worth fighting for. So no vision is too big. Like Cassie mentioned, our mentor has shown us enormous things that you can do and fulfill with your life in this business that I wouldn't have even ever thought were possible for me. So really letting yourself have that vision and have those dreams and have those goals, and know that this could be / is the solution that can get you there. So really always going back to that why, and always dreaming big, and always having that. I read through my vision and my goals every morning. I know Cassie also has a vision board. So just constantly looking back at those and reading through those, and really digging into these questions for yourself, because as things get hard, this is what you're going to want to go back to. When I know I always hear the analogy, like there was a fire in a random house, you probably wouldn't run into it. But if there was a fire in the house and your kids were in there, you would kick down that door and you would go in no matter what. Like that's not gonna, like nothing's gonna stop you. So having a why and a vision so big that when times get hard, you're still gonna take that action and you're gonna stay consistent because this is something that matters to you. And this is what ultimately could change your life. So.
Love it.
And then I'll do this one too. So starting out, I know Cassie mentioned sometimes it can feel overwhelming. There's so many trainings, there's so many resources to read through, but really just focusing on these 4 vital behaviors as a coach and breaking it down and making it super simple. So being proof the products work. I know some of you have used our programs and our products before, so you know that they work. Some of you are just now starting out, but being able to be proof that the products work. And then it makes it easy because you're literally just sharing what you're doing every day. You're connecting with people, you're inviting people to join you, and then you're following up with people. So it just becomes this natural flow of, I'm doing this thing, it's working for me, I feel amazing. And why wouldn't I want to invite other people to feel amazing too and join me on this journey? And then another key point is personal development. I know when I started out, I thought that that was the one that I could just brush aside, but that is the one that has literally like completely changed my mindset and changed my life. I used to be so shy and insecure, and I would never do a call like this. But through that personal development, and whether it's listening to podcasts every day or reading 10 pages of personal development a day, and Cassie and I can help you with this too. If there's a certain area that you want to focus on or an area that you're struggling on, more likely than not, we have read a book or listened to a podcast or Audible or something in that area that has helped us grow and get through that. So personal development is huge. And that's another thing that I absolutely love about this business is they tell you to focus on your personal development, like focus on your mindset. And I've never had a job that said your number one thing is like your mindset, your health, and your health includes your mindset. So that personal development piece, and then celebrating and recognizing others. That is our job, is to encourage and recognize and celebrate other people along the way. And that's what makes it so fun. Like I love celebrating and shouting out, whether it's coaches or people that are clients that are working on their health and fitness journey, being able to recognize them along the way. And then Cassie, I'll pass it back to you.
Awesome. Okay. So focusing on your journey, and we talked about this in this last one, so just expanding a bit on that. And I know we all have different backgrounds. Like I know Mariah loves CrossFit style workouts. And so like really commit to a program that makes sense to you, whatever that means, like nutrition or a workout program, like go all in with that, follow it as it is, and finish it so you can share with people what that experience was. You absolutely do not need to have experience with every single program, because every single program is not going to be your jam. Like you're not going to catch me doing bar blend. That is not my thing. Do people love it? Absolutely. I like how they're all shaking your head. Like, no, I mean, it's really great workouts and it serves somebody out there, and it will serve one of your clients that you probably talk to. But like, I just really like workouts that make me sweat. And so you're going to, find those programs that you like, and you can speak to those. And we also have a team to back you up. If you have a question, like, I don't know what this person needs because it isn't something that I've done, we have a whole team that can say, they need this, this, and this. And you're like, cool, got it. Right. And you have that Beachbody library as a resource always. Another thing, you guys can enter the Beachbody Challenge, which you can win. I don't even know what we're winning right now. Tank tops. And there's also like a $500 prize, I think monthly that they do. And then like the big, like every year at our annual conference, they have $100,000 winner, which is crazy to me. We are all like sobbing because these stories, you guys are incredible. And they have those people there. I think it's like 3 or 4 finalists come and they share their stories, and then they pick the winner, and there's a runner up too. But it's just really cool to see the impact that our company and what we offer can have on people. So that Beachbody Challenge is really cool that we can offer our clients. We can also submit as a coach. So, and then like we shared before, just being authentic and sharing genuinely what we do. So I'm just using Mariah as that example. Like you could definitely share that you do CrossFit style workouts, because do you know how many other people do that? And they would love to know, like, there's nutrition help that you can do. I can supplement with other workouts. Maybe they're looking for a bar blends type of workout, in to do with their CrossFit. So you just be you and share authentically what works for you. And I know like getting really real, sharing my past, I had an eating disorder in my 20s, and like I actually overcame that in my first year of coaching. And so you don't have to be perfect. Like share authentically. I didn't share my struggles when I was going through it, but I did share when I started treatment. And I attracted a lot of people who related to that. And I was able to either guide them to help, or they were coming out of an eating disorder as well. We could kind of partner up and I could walk them through what I'd been doing. So be authentic to who you are. When you're pretending that you're perfect and that you got it all together, people don't relate to that. When you're sharing like your struggle and how you're overcoming that, that's what people relate to. So focus on your journey, and that's how people will love you and want to do what you're doing and join you. All right, Lauren, do you want to talk about our coach office and resources? Oh, I guess this is all resources, but
Yeah. So as you've probably already gathered, there are numerous resources where you can find information. But that's a great thing. Pretty much any question you might have, there is an answer somewhere. Someone's already been through that situation. So like Cassie mentioned, the coaches on our team are great resources. Our team page is a great resource. Most likely if you have a question, someone else has that question too. So always utilizing that. There are also the Coach FAQ through Beachbody. So pretty much if you type in any word or question in there, a resource will pop up for it. Also a couple different Facebook pages, and I don't want to overwhelm you guys with all of this. We'll give you these slides so you have them, but they're just some ideas of places that you can go if you have questions. We also offer, I think it's 3 a day of daily power hours. So those essentially are working sessions led by some of the top coaches in the network, where they will walk you through all of the steps to take to be successful in your business. So literally they will say like, okay, we're going to do this action item right now. I'm hitting the timer for 10 minutes. They explain it and then you do it. So you kind of work together, which I love getting on those because you learn so much from other people, and it's literally guiding you step by step as you're starting out on your journey, what to do. Plus it helps hold you accountable to doing it. So a lot of times people on the team will team up or say, I'm doing this power hour these 3 days this week, and let you know. There also are recorded ones. So if you can't make any of those times, I know some of those times are hard for people that do work full time. There are recorded ones that if you want to work through that on your own time, those are resources there too, which are great. And then we also have team calls, trainings, like Cass mentioned, there are so many trainings, but it's really just about diving in and taking action. And then you can pick up little bits and nuggets from those trainings. We also have a weekly Q&A that are great to hop on, and our national wake up call every Monday. They feature a different coach in the network. So it's not necessarily someone on our team, but someone else in the network. Sometimes it's new coaches, sometimes it's coaches that have been around for a while, but I love getting on those too. I know when I first started my business, I also would play back old ones in the car while I was driving. So that's an easy way to multitask. Instead of listening to the radio, I would just listen to playbacks of the national wake up call. And that really helped me with my vision too, hearing what other people had accomplished. And it just gets me fired up on a Monday to start my Monday with that. So lots of resources. Again, don't be overwhelmed, just know that they're out there.
Definitely. And we're always here to help you. And we want to remind you too, like we really want to raise up leaders on our team. And so of course we're happy to answer questions, but we always say like chain of action, you know, like Google it. Number one, Google and YouTube, everything's there. Like, I'm like, I don't even need to ask my coach a question because it's all there. But of course there's like specific situations you're like, I don't know how to handle this. And we also have like coach threads in the team page for those kind of situations, but we do want you to be independent and be respectful of your mentor's time too. So let's see. Let's dig into your back office. So this is something that's like, I'm so grateful for because I'm getting better now at record keeping and all that stuff. And this is just a plethora of information. Again, all the training tools that you need, as well as like monitoring your business. So your clients that will be in there and what they've ordered, what they're doing, your coach information, Success Club, which we'll talk about, just all that kind of stuff. And so I'm just going to move on here, Lauren, and go over this first one. But so your back office, you'll have the website available to you, so you can link that. And I just save that at like the top of my browser, and then also just a save link on my phone so I can quickly access that. And I recommend, as a new coach, jumping in there at least once a week. Definitely if you're getting new clients or coaches signed up, you want to be in there more often just to kind of make sure you have tabs on everything. But things to note right away as a brand new coach: if you haven't been in your coach office, you'll want to log in and write down that coach ID number. You'll use that a lot. You want that for reference. And I actually have mine. I'm terrible with numbers. I don't know if I have dyslexia, but I get numbers mixed around. And so I have it like on a little Post-it cutout thing. I have multiple numbers, but on my computer, so I have them at all times, because I tend to forget them even 6 years in. So I have those written down where I always have them. And then another important piece here is to make sure that your projected status is always active. And the reason we say that is, if you are actively wanting to help people and grow a business, make income, you want that to be active status, because that means that you're actively helping people. That means that you probably have an order, whether it's Shakeology or a Performance Line or something coming out that you are consistently ordering. So you want to make sure that that's active status. If you see that is a red inactive, talk to your coach and we can figure out, we can help you understand what you'll need to be active. You're not penalized if you go inactive. It's just probably a sign that you're not really working the business, because it means you're not helping anyone, or you're not working on your own health with the options that you have with our company. And then the bottom part here, we'll talk more about Success Club, and you'll see here it says not qualified, 0 points. So it'll say either you have points on there, which means that you've helped certain people get started with our challenge packs. Maybe you guys started with one of those, or our home direct orders like Shakeology or Performance Line. You can get certain points from those items. So that will just tell you your point number. And I know we'll go into more Success Club details, because it's a really cool program that our company offers. Rewards, which I am a gifts person. I love giving gifts. I love getting gifts. And so I love Success Club. It's just a cool measure of our business growth. All right, Lauren, you want to jump in on this one?
Yeah, so this is another section that you'll use a lot in here, the Monitor My Business section. Trying to see them all because they're small on my screen. But a big one that you'll use is this top section. You can look up any information on your customers. You can look up subscription orders, personal customer orders. As you start diving more into the business, the company also, depending on what you're doing each month, like we'll dive into the Success Club a little bit more, but the company gives you customer leads. So as people call into the company, you may have seen infomercials or things online or on the radio about Beachbody. If people call in and get signed up on their own without a specific coach, they divvy out those people to the coaches within the company. So that's a great spot to refer to see all of your customers that might come through that lead program that you don't necessarily know are signing up with you. So that's a great spot to be able to send them emails, get their information from there. Diving down into the downline section, as you start to grow a team of other coaches, if you have other people join you, that's going to be a section that you're going to really want to dive into as well. The sponsorship drill down is one that I use a lot, and then also preferred placement. But talk to your coach as you're starting to grow a team, and we can help you dive more into those. Don't necessarily worry about that yet, but we can help you with that once you get there. Again, the qualifications that Cass just mentioned, that section over there, we'll go over that. And then compensation. So my EFT management, you're going to want to make sure that you add in your information in there so that you get paid. So that's a good section. So going into there, and don't worry too much about all of this. This is something that we can help you with too as you start growing your business, but just know that that Monitor My Business section is a place that you'll want to start checking as you continue growing your business.
Awesome. And by the way, you guys, you're always welcome to unmute if you have questions, please or you can post in the chat and we'll see it either way. And then the other thing was, I wanted to say, this is just an overview. And I always say, like, for me, I like to hear things like 5 times before I actually learn it. And I also feel like I hear it 5 times and then I have to actually use it and implement it for me to learn. So don't feel like, oh, I heard it once, I need to know it. This is good because you'll hear it once. And when it comes up again, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Okay. I am familiar with this. I'm still learning, and you can figure it out when it actually applies to you. But yeah, that EFT management, you'll want to go in and fill that out right away. So that should be on a to-do list to do soon if you plan on helping people get started. Which brings me to Share a Cart on this next one. I love our Share a Cart. This was really hard when I started because we did not have Share a Cart for like the first year. And Share a Cart is really just a way to enroll people. You can get their cart set up. So you can pick out their program that they want, their supplements they want, if it's a new coach enrolling, and all you need is their email address, their name, and then you can send that to them and that they can check out from there or get enrolled as a coach from there. So it's super slick. And again, that's under Grow My Business on the Coach Office. And it really, I mean, it walks you through it. If you have questions on that, just let us know. But if someone does want to get started, that's what you're going to want to do. And that's what Lauren was talking about, the FAQs. So we can skim by that one. Oh. Am I outside the screen on that one? I made it bigger so Lauren could see, and now it's too big. Is that better?
Yeah. And we both can probably touch on this one a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Success Club is a great keystone to strive. I don't know if keystone's the right word, but a great thing to strive towards as you're building benchmark, as you're building your business. Essentially, the company created Success Club as a guideline for if you want to be growing your business and if you're really serious about growing your business and your income, that you should be working towards hitting Success Club every month. And it's really simple. It's helping 3 people. So helping 3 people get started on their health and fitness journey with a challenge pack, which is probably what most of you got started with. That's having workouts, Shakeology, or pre and post workout, or one of the nutrition programs with Shakeology. There's a bunch of different ways that you can get someone started with a challenge pack. So it's really talking to them about what their goals are and pairing them with the right challenge pack for them. But essentially just getting 3 people started each month. And through that, you would get essentially get your product paid for, what you will make by getting 3 people started. So that puts money in the bank. There's also a Success Club trip that the company hosts every year. I have not gotten to go on one yet because my first year as a coach, I had to go to a wedding, and then we didn't have one last year. So hopefully this year, well, maybe not this year.
2022. Yeah.
2022. Hopefully we can all be on the trip together. So Cass can probably speak more to that, but they've done cruises and they're all inclusive. And you can bring your significant other. There's options to bring your family. So just a really great thing to strive towards, to be able to go and enjoy your time on vacation with amazing coaches and your family.
And it's crazy. Like, our company rewards us by helping 3 people a month consecutively, just by giving us a trip. I'm pretty sure my teaching job was not giving me free vacations. Not that that's like a requirement in a teaching job, but I think it's a pretty good perk.
Hey, mine gave me trips all the time. I don't know where you taught.
Oh, really? Where?
Totally
Happy hour. Watering hole. No.
Like working for HR, we don't even get to have drinks when we go on outings.
Yeah. So really, like Lauren's sharing, and Success Club, we will give you more breakdown on what that means, but I kind of said it earlier, like a challenge pack is worth 2 points. Like Shakeology, an order of Shakeology that's on subscription, that someone signs up for subscription, is 2 points. Like every one of those things has a point total, and you need 5 points total and your own order that is like Shakeology on Home Direct to be in Success Club. It's really simple. And if you think about in a month, like typically it's 4 weeks in a month, right? That's not even 1 person a week that you'd be helping get started. And so it's really doable if you're showing up and, consistently wanting to help people and inviting new people. And one of the coolest things that I am super jealous of new coaches these days is there's something called Success Starters. And basically any 3 months out of your first 6 months, doesn't have to be consecutive, if you earn Success Club, well, first of all, you get a free ticket to Summit, our annual conference, but you also get to be part of a test group for a new program. So you get to try out a program before it even launches. And I'm like, that's so crazy cool. Like, I wish I could have done that. And you get to have all the ins and outs. You get to try it before anyone else, which is cool. So I love that. I can't remember if there's anything. Oh, we get quarterly prizes too, and an annual prize for Success Club as well. If you're hitting Success Club every month. We got a Theragun this year. Sorry, you guys don't probably need to know all these details. I just like rewards. So if you're a rewards person, it's really fun. They give us really good stuff. So Success Club, it's a really good measure for growing your business and a good goal to make for your first month. Do you want me to do this one, Lauren, or?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. So announcing that you're a coach or sharing that you're a coach now. And people get in their heads about this sometimes, and really just keep it simple, you guys. Like, making that coach announcement doesn't need to be like the world's longest post or most elaborate post. You're going to keep sharing your story over and over and over again I'm still telling my story over and over again forever. And so you really just want to share the basics of what you're doing. And so on there, it has like some ideas. If you had awesome results with the program, that's a really great way to say, hey, I did this, I loved it, and I want to pay it forward. I'm becoming a coach and I want to help other people do it too. So simple, right? Or you can share your journey. Like for me, when I got started, I'd only had experience with 3 weeks of Beachbody. And so I shared more of my journey about how fitness changed me from being basically a couch potato, depressed, anxious, disordered eating, to taking control and feeling confidence because of fitness. And now I wanted to pay that forward. So like, use your story and just share that you're starting. And you don't have to make it like an official formal, like, I'm a professional coach and I'm going to, it doesn't have to be like that. It can be like, I want buddies to come along with me. Or if you feel comfortable having that posture as more of a professional coach, Mariah, like I know you have experience with coaching people and, fitness, being a fitness professional, like you can totally posture yourself that way. It's totally up to you how you want to word that and how you want to help people from the beginning, whatever your comfort level is with that. So yeah, definitely include a photo of yourself. Don't just do a quote. It says never a stock photo. Yeah, like be you. And I know for me, when I got started as a teacher, especially, I did not like showing any pictures of my body, or I didn't even feel comfortable with selfies and that kind of thing. And so like, just use what makes sense to you, but showing your face is important because that gives you that personal one-to-one quality, because people want to know who you are, and seeing your face is really important. And I know in stories too, like I always try, even though I'm comfortable, to like talk on my stories, because that really gives people a genuine connection. Where if you're just posting like, I don't even know, like a stock photo or something like that, people are like, oh, I don't really know who this is. I don't see their face and that kind of thing. So, and it also says in there, don't use Beachbody. I feel like this is okay for certain things. Like you can share Beachbody, like definitely share Beachbody if you're like talking to somebody about getting started, but we want your business to be you. We want people to be attracted to what you have to offer as a person and a coach. And I don't have that anywhere in my profile or any of my stuff because I'm not Beachbody. I'm Cassie. Like I'm kicking it with Cass on Instagram. Like I just want to be your friend and coach you and love on you and, have fun in this journey with you. And so yeah, brand yourself as you. You don't need to hide behind Beachbody, and you don't need Beachbody you need Beachbody for the programs and products, but you don't need Beachbody's name to be successful. And lastly, you can definitely send us if you have like wording that you want to work on or want to have our feedback on the image or any of that. We're happy to talk that out with you for that first post, but you do you, and I'm sure it'll be wonderful.
A lot of times too, off of that, kind of my rule of thumb, or what I've told people too, is I'm my own brand. Like I'm my own coach. I help people. Like I'm myself. I'm going to show up as myself. And I partner with Beachbody and use their platforms and their professionals to create the programs that I'm then able to help guide people to, and the programs that are right for them. So it's more like a partnership, like utilizing the resources that they have, but then still being your own coach in your own business. So you aren't just plastering Beachbody all over the place, but really showing your authentic self and who you are and how you can help people. And then step 2, committing to a start date. And some of you have already been doing the programs, but you're just now starting coaching. So having that start date, and we always like to say, I do, we do, you do. So like Cassie and I have been coaching, so you'll see the things that we do. And a lot of times we'll have our new coaches run challenge groups with us or run client groups with us together so that you can kind of get a feel for what we're doing, get your feet wet so that you aren't just thrown out there on your own to do it. And then if you did want to branch out on your own and run your own groups, you are more than welcome to do that. So just kind of learning by doing together so that you aren't ever alone on your journey and you can utilize us as much as you want. So just picking that start date, adding your first challengers as you start talking to more people, and you can work with your coach as you're doing that, but just being ready and being open to learning and being open to taking action, and then teaming up and running things together.
Definitely. Yeah. And like ours, I think Lauren, yours is the same. It's like an ongoing community group. And so people can join anytime. It's more just setting a date. Like I always say, I'm starting enrollment for March. And so it gives people some urgency that like, they don't want to wait till, I don't know, February. I don't know how many days are in February. I was an art teacher, guys. 28 days. I don't know. To the 28th to sign up. Like you want them to sign up today or tomorrow so they get their stuff so they can start for the new month. So that's why it creates urgency. All right, inviting. I love inviting. This is like what changed my life. And I will share this story. Two key people invited me in my life, and it's the reason I'm here now. One was my gym owner back in Iowa, who I don't know why he saw potential in me, but he asked me one day walking out of the gym, when are you going to start instructing? And I went home and I was like, why would he ask me that? That's the funniest thing ever. And then I kept thinking about it for weeks and I'm like, why not me? I'm a teacher. I'm like fit. This, opportunity to get fit changed my life. I could definitely do this for others. And so he breathed that belief in me and it's what made me become an instructor. And then Christy, our upline mentor, I met her at her husband at their wedding. I'm telling the story poorly, but she got me started with one of the fitness programs because I needed something to do from home. And then, fell in love with it. And she's like, you should totally do this. You'd be amazing. So those two invites are the reason that I'm here today. Their belief in me as a fitness professional and their belief in me as a person that I could change my situation, which was debt, depression, anxiety, all that. So I share that because I want you guys to remember that we hold something really powerful for people. It's not just an invite to join a challenge group. It's not just selling a challenge pack. What we do can have lifelong lasting impacts, not on just that person, but leaving a legacy for generations to come. Because I think about what kind of mom I would be, what kind of wife I would be to my husband and my daughter, and what kind of health situation we'd be living in if they hadn't invited me. Because I know I'd still have an eating disorder. I know we'd still be in massive debt. I know I would be miserable teaching. That wouldn't have changed. And so just think about that as you're going out there to ask other people to join you, whether it's to join a challenge group or to join as a coach. So your goal as a new coach, and you can definitely set this number wherever you want, is just to send, it says messages, but you can do this however you want. You could do a voice message, you could invite somebody in person, it could be over Messenger, but invite 5 people a day. And an invite is simply just asking someone to join you, like I said, as a client or a coach. And we have, I call them scripts. It sounds kind of weird, but like wording to help you get started. And then you customize that to fit your personality and the person you're talking to. But it's a tried and true way of connecting with someone and inviting to join you. And it says in there, be human, be a friend, care about them. Again, it's not about selling challenge pack. It's really about finding what people need. And I personally connect with people first. I like to see how they're doing. And I'm kind of selective about who I want to help. I don't just want to help anybody. Of course, I'll help anyone that comes to me, but sending that message. So and basically what I do is I keep track of people that I have had connections with, and then I will invite them. And if they are not right now, I'll follow up with them later. And I always remember, it's not, if they say no right now, that doesn't mean it's a no forever. It could just mean that it's a pandemic and they're strapped for cash and they have 4 kids at home with them. They're homeschooling. It doesn't mean that it's a no, in the summer. Maybe they have some time and they're like, yes, I want to hit it hard with health goals, or they're ready to change their life financially and help other people as a coach. So it doesn't mean never. So follow up forever until they block you or say no. But Anything else you want to add on that, Lauren?
Touching back on you saying if they say no, it's not about you. It's not
Yeah.
no forever. So our mentor, Christy, I know we keep mentioning her, but I watched her for 6 years, you guys. What she was doing, seeing like how amazing her life was and how many things she was changing. And then I came back to her and said, I know you offered this to me in the past, but like, will you still help me? Because I need this in my life. So just because people say no now, it doesn't mean that they don't need this. And it doesn't mean that they aren't going to continue watching you and come back later when they are ready. So that's a big thing too, is it's ultimately when they're ready. And I always hear the saying, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So if someone's ready, don't stress about what you're going to say to them. Just be normal, be a human, be a person, talk to them like you would any other person and just have normal conversations. I know it can be scary in the beginning, but people will feel your heart and they will feel that you're genuine. I know sometimes people say they worry about being salesy. And I know Cassie has heard me tell this story before, but I was a sales assistant and wanted nothing to do with sales. But this is completely different because it is being your authentic self and truly caring about people. And when people are dealing with their health and fitness, they want someone that they can trust and that they can relate to. And that's going to be there for them as a real person, not just a salesperson. So just be yourself. And if someone says no, don't brush them off and stop connecting with them. Like you can still build relationships with people and you'll be the first person that they think of down the road when they do need something.
For sure. And just an extension, these are just 2 examples and we'll send you guys these. We don't need to dig in, but we'll give you some examples to start with. So. All right, Lauren, you want to do social media? We're trying to be respectful of time. Lauren and I had a little chat with each other, like, don't talk too much. And we always do this. So I apologize. Thanks for your patience.
I'm so excited.
All good stuff.
So as you start posting more on your social media, which don't worry if you don't do that yet. I was not a big social, like I rarely ever posted on social media before I was a coach. But what makes it so much easier is remembering just to be yourself. Like your whole life doesn't revolve around coaching. I like to write down, starting out, like 5 different things that make me me. Like I love running. I'm an aunt. I love the beach and live in San Diego. So thinking of the other areas of your life that make you you and sharing all of those. So not making every post about coaching, but just alternating things in your life, adding in an inspirational quote and talking about why it spoke to you. And we have different guides too that give you different topics and things. So if you're having a hard time coming up with stuff to post about, we can help you there too. But just remembering all aspects of your life and sharing all of those and ultimately asking yourself, what am I doing by sharing this? Like, what do I want someone to gain from this? And always thinking about sharing value, something that will help someone else, something that's helped you. I'm a terrible cook. So if I find a really simple recipe, like I'll share that and say that that can help people that are awful at cooking. So just thinking of ways that you can provide value while also being true to who you are and yourself. I'm never going to say, I'm an amazing chef. Look at this, however many ingredient recipe I made. Like for me, it's going to be basic, like I suck at cooking and this took me 10 minutes, but it tasted good. So just remembering to share all aspects of your life and auditing your social media as you start sharing more. And we're there to help you along the way with this too. Not overthinking it. Don't overthink it.
Awesome. Exactly. And I don't think we're going to go into this too much. I think Laura and I agreed on this. Your first promotion as a coach is Emerald. And we just want, again, this is just so you hear it once. This is really how you open up the compensation plan, how you start to earn bonuses. And so we just want you to be aware that if you sign up 2 coaches, that's a great way to start having that compensation plan open and really start to earn more significant income than just commission on selling programs and products and challenge packs and stuff. So yeah, and it's fun. You get to have people coaching along with you. So always a bonus. And we have training and specifics on that. So you don't need to know much about that now. Before we do this, do you guys have any questions? Otherwise, we're just going to wrap with some action items. Cool. Thank you for sticking with us. And Yeah, Lauren, do you want to do this or should I do this? Okay. So what to do first is really just focusing on the basics of training. And I know Lauren and I do things a little bit different, so I'm not going to say specifics on that. But your coach will send you a getting started checklist that you'll go through, and you can self-pace that. That is not a rush. If you're like, I want to go all in and do this, like pick 2 days and go through it and get it done. If you're like, I need to space it out, I'm easing into it, that's fine. Take a week or two, get it done, but set a deadline for yourself and set a time to do it like we talked about earlier. And go into the coach office and just play around with that so you know what you're doing and set up your EFT management. I should be reading this list. I'm just going off memory here, but we got a new slideshow. That's why we're like navigating through this. And then one that's really important is, I don't know why these are numbered funny. We got this from our upline. We should probably tell her that they're not numbered correctly. Create your list of 100 people. So what we mean by that is everybody knows a bunch of people. You may be like, oh, I don't really have a big circle. I bet you do. If you think about from childhood neighbors to who you went to school with, whether you went to college or not, if you have college friends or work friends, neighbors, church, community, like think about all the things that you've been involved with and make a list and be unbiased. Don't think about whether they would say yes or no, because you literally don't know who needs your help. And I will go back to my example. Christy invited a fitness instructor to do a fitness program. Like that didn't even make sense, but she did it, right? And that's why I'm here. And so you just don't know who actually needs that additional help or who would need the coaching opportunity. So just be unbiased when you make that list. And that's how you're going to get started. And that's really what you do is you just keep adding to that wonderful list of people, and you can grow your social media and all that and keep adding as you go. And then of course we talked about that coach announcement. So you can get that done and get that posted. And that's a great way to start inviting, because people hopefully will comment on there. And if you want more traction, you're always welcome to tell us and we can go love on it and comment on it to get the ball rolling. Sometimes people are weird about commenting if there isn't other comments. So yeah. And then lastly, just don't wait until you feel ready. Just do it. Like you signed up to be a coach because you want to help people, and you know, shying away and sticking with training isn't going to help people. So just dive in and you'll learn as you go, and don't worry about making mistakes. I made plenty of them, and I know Lauren did as well, and we're still here and helping people. So yeah, and let us know if you have any questions. We're always here to help you, and we will go at the pace that you need. So yeah, if you want to run, we're here to run. If you want to walk, we'll walk, and we'll support you along the way. I think that was it for the slideshow. So
Yeah. Thank you guys. Sorry we get excited and we talk a lot.
I mean, we're not really sorry. We love what we do, and
Yeah.
that comes across.
And we just get excited to have other people do it with us. So
I'll just ask one more time, just in case you guys have any questions or anything you wanted to share. Or
and if anything comes up, like after, like if you're thinking about it later tonight, write it down, ask us tomorrow. We're always happy to answer questions.
So what was the power hour?
So that they are guided sessions. Cassie, do you have the schedule for it?
yes,
I mean,
yeah, like just under check.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's at, what do they do it? I'm Pacific time. So
Yeah,
Pacific
so
time,
for it's 8, noon, and 8 or 6. I don't do the early morning one, but there's like a morning one, a noon one, and then an 8 p.m. one. I just do the noon and 8. That's why I know that. Yeah, it's either 6 or 8 a.m. our
Yeah.
time.
So those are great to hop on because they literally will walk you through in an hour, like the different tasks to focus on. And it's always a different, I think they like each slot changes between 2 different people, but it's always a different leader leading it. So it's great to just learn from different people, tips and tricks and things that are working for them, and just to have that accountability piece to work through those action items that will help build your business.
So the 4 vital behaviors that we talked about, they dig into those. So they'll teach you how to like expand your network. They'll teach you how to invite well. They'll teach you about how to market yourself. And like, there's a different kind of theme for each power hour, but I don't know if that helps you, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what it is and how it helps or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
And you could definitely just like look at a recording and see if it's anything that you'd be interested in, but it's good for any level. Like Lauren said, she'll jump on them. We have brand new coaches on them. But they're all high ranking coaches in our company that share. So it's always fun to just kind of hear what they do and their story. So
Cool. Fine.
I can send you that too, just so you can look at it.
Sure. Send me all the things, Cassie.
Want to, but I will. No, no, I will. We'll share.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. I know it's probably bedtime for a lot of you.